This is ATL Day Ones, part of Locked On Sports Atlanta. And it starts now.
It is ATL Day Ones with Jarvis and Tenitra. Want to just tell you and wish you a happy Monday. We want to thank you for making ATL Day Ones with Jarvis and T your first listen of the day. And remember, wherever you download your podcast, we are free. And we're on all the major platforms, whether it be iTunes, Spotify, you know the list. We're on every last one of those. And always, when you go there, and you go listen to the podcast, make sure you do this. And I don't want you to do anything else after that. I want you to take a break and just rest because I want you to really work hard on this review. Give us 5 stars and say how great we are because I know you believe that. I know you wholeheartedly believe that. And we only want you to go and say things that you actually believe. And we know you believe that we're great because that's just how we get down. Right here on Locked On Sports Atlanta. We got so much good stuff on the day. Oh, my God. The Braves are busy. The Braves sweep the Nats. They face off against the Mets. And we are starting our special NFC South preview with our main man, Julia Council, part of Locked On Panthers. We're taking a trip. You're taking a trip up to 85 for you guys. And last but not least, and for the culture. Whoo, man. Joseph Martinez spoke it. And we're going to get into that. And last but not least, and Ryan Howard. She's doing Ryan Howard type things. But before we get into all that, T, man, when you're talking about the Braves sweeping the Nationals over the weekend, you got Michael Harris doing his thing. Nephew Ronnie is out here hitting 400-foot blast, and Austin Riley is making a case for himself to be in the All-Star weekend. But I think that, it was good, though. All things considered, it was good for the Braves to actually do exactly what they were supposed to do, and that's sweep the Washington Nationals.
I agree. And just to tee it up on, that last game, if you will, although this was them the entire series, the consistency of it, but so many other positives there as well. Ian Anderson having a nice little solid bounce back.
Been looking for that.
Exactly, because this is the second game in a row where he's gone 5+ innings and he's been able to get that run total down, those earned runs down, and even his walks. So look, that's a positive that we look for. And then we talk about the bullpen and we were like, last week, at the midpoint, what's that bullpen looking like? And they really showed up last night where you had Colin McHugh to throw a scoreless inning. And
he's been so smooth.
He really has.
He's just been so smooth when he comes into the game. Yeah.
Jarvis, because I don't know if we really kind of, quote unquote, give him all the flowers, if you will. But definitely last night he gave you all the reason to know why he deserves that. And really, it was that whole bullpen just coming in and doing their work. And Austin Riley, man, because we talked about how he broke out early, then it was quiet, and now he is right back on track. And you love to see it. This is the perfect time for Austin Riley to be peaking.
No doubt about it. And I think that it kind of speaks to just the type of guy he is because, you don't really hear too much from him. He kind of just is a lunch pail type guy, and he just kind of goes to work and just – he just does what he's supposed to do. Like, the guy's on pace to hit over 40 home runs, and nobody's really talking about him. But, but we're going to talk about him because we're going to talk about why he probably should have been on that All-Star roster. But before we do that, Tenitra, tell them about the sports card investor, the people that we love, and they have come on board with Locked On Sports Atlanta. What they got going on?
Welcome to the world of sports cards. That's what they have going on, a reimagining of the world of sports cards. So Sports Card Investor app is the hobby's most powerful resource. You can do a quick check on the value of your favorite cards. You can find great deals and profit from the hobby you love. Now, check this out. You can easily browse over 630,000 cards from every sport, with hundreds more added every week. So you can check out the latest values of your favorite cards with 7-day or 30-day charts. And I'll be checking that out because I'm interested to see for the crime dog. Yep. What I can get with Fred McGriff's rookie card. I want to see that from 86. And I want to check out the value of his card from 87. And I can do that right on the app also. You can find the best prices, buy directly through the app with the eBay deals feature. Now, whether you're a casual card collector or looking for an alternative investment opportunity like I am, the free sports card investor app has something for you. So you can check the value of, find great deals on the first cards of breakout stars or prospects. And can you imagine, Jarvis, the value of a Spencer Strider or Michael Harris card right now? Well, you can go to Sports Card Investor to find out what that value is. Go back in time too, like I talked about. My favorite, Fred McGriff. Want to check him out? But it's all sports. It's all sports. So download the Sports Card Investor app today, available for the free in the Google Play and Apple App Stores, or go to sportscardinvestor.com/locked on.
No doubt. We love the free on Locked On Sports Atlanta. I don't know about you all, but I love it. Absolutely love it. Now, we talked about All-Stars, right? Let me go ahead and name the starters. We only have starter. Excuse me. Ronald Acuna Jr. was named a starter. Then we had Dansby Swanson, Max Fried, Travis d'Arnaud, and our boy Willie Contreras. Was voted to the All-Star game. So that's 5 starters. But like I mentioned before the little intermission there, Austin Riley is on pace for over 40 home runs.
Yes.
You can't even smell the doggone All-Star roster. What is going on?
It's crazy. But also Kyle Wright. Kyle Wright is having
10-game winner. Yeah.
season of his life, like
Right.
10 games. And he literally, with the second half or back half of the season, we'll call it, he can potentially get right into that 20-game mark if he just continues this tear that he's on. He's over 100 strikes already, and literally strikes to walk ratio is phenomenal. So
Right.
I feel like with Kyle Wright, you kind of hope maybe he gets a reserve spot. Maybe Snit will announce him as a reserve, or even an AJ Minter, who's just quietly been doing his thing, when he can, when the opportunity presents itself. But particularly, I wanted to say Kyle Wright, because he's somebody who you just kind of hope that if there's an opportunity for a reserve, that he will get that nod. And I agree with you on Austin Riley, by the way, as well.
No doubt about it. Those young guys, like the Braves, just have so much young talent that they are just cultivating, and it just seems like everything is just coming to fruition right now, and it is a beautiful, beautiful thing to watch. Now, another thing that's going to be beautiful to watch tonight? Max Scherzer versus Max Fried. It's a maximum type situation going on tonight. The Braves are 1.5 games back in the National League East, but I have to ask you this question. Who is this series bigger for, the Mets or the Braves?
I still feel like it's bigger for the Mets. And the reason I say that is because they still have something to prove, right? We are at a point where the Braves are literally like 7-2 or 8 out of 10, 8 wins in their last 10 games, right? And then I think about 7-2 in the month of July. And we all know what June looked like. June was crazy, 26 and 7, something crazy. But my point being, the Braves are braving in a good way, right?
Indeed.
But the Mets started metting in a bad way. Mets, you lost to the Marlins and got shut out yesterday. Thanks.
Right.
But I see the Braves trending up, and I see the Mets kind of trending down. And granted, just like the Braves are, Mets are getting some people back, but I think the Mets have to show that they're not going to Met, and they have to show that they're serious contenders versus pretenders.
No doubt about it, and that's the thing that I'm going to be looking for is, what the Mets are going to be able to do, because, like I said, the Braves are four-time champs, right? Like 4 times in a row. They're going for number 5. They're going for the thumb. They're trying to go for the thumb in LA East division banner. So, like you said, I wholeheartedly agree that the Mets are the ones who have something to prove here, because how the Braves have been playing for this last month and some change, this is what we expected. This is what we expected them to do. And when you think about where they are from a roster standpoint, they're just so much more deeper than what the Mets have. Like the Braves just have more, and and they're better. They have more and they're better. So they have quality and quantity. So I'm not too concerned about how this series turns out, but it would be good to just go ahead and sweep them, so we can get those people up in New York to shut up about making all these predictions. But I think that one thing, though, T, that we may have to make a prediction about is, I'm really at a space now where you have the Braves, And whether we just talk about how great their roster is, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the Braves have been making some moves. They have traded for Robinson Cano with the San Diego Padres, and they traded away Drew Waters.
Yep.
Like, Alex Anthopoulos is willing and dealing. Like, what is going on? Are you kind of getting a good vision of what Alex Anthopoulos is trying to do? I know about the Robinson Cano thing, but wow, just kind of give me some insight as far as what you're thinking as far as what Alex Anthopoulos got up his sleeve. Now we know he always has something, but it seems like he got some. He's cooking up something in the kitchen, and I'm trying to smell what's going on.
Right. So I'm going to just give a little petty shout out to Double A on that Robinson Cano, because if you insert him, you brought him up from the minors today, so he's at least available for the active roster. Now, whether or not he starts ahead of Orlando Arcia, well, that remains to be seen. Phil Gosselin is gone, so there's that. So you literally don't know what Robinson Cano is. But what even from a hashtag petty perspective, you get somebody who's still being paid $24 million by the Mets and who's still a serviceable second baseman. So I like that move for all those petty reasons that I just mentioned. But also, I think that when you look at the prospects and you look at a Drew Waters, or you even go back to a Christian Pache and you look at Michael Harris, right? These are the prospects that we've been talking about for the last several years. And yet Alex Anthopoulos was okay parting ways with Pache. He's okay with parting ways with Waters, but look who he brought up from Double A, and look who is actually delivering relative to Pache. I know Drew Waters really didn't get an opportunity, but I say all that to say that Alex Anthopoulos must see something, whether it's in the draft, right, or whether it's continuing to get assets so he can go out and get somebody else that he might need. I trust what he's doing, but I think it also goes to show that the Braves had that much confidence in Michael Harris that they were willing to part ways with Pache and Waters, but not him.
I think that's probably 100% of why he was able to trade Drew Waters, because, the hype machine behind him was loud and clear until he got to AAA and started muddling around up there a little bit longer than what people expected. Yeah, exactly. He was like, he's okay. So, I think that, he's going to get the opportunity to play, and, you don't want anybody to kind of flame out in AAA. You want the guy kind of, especially when you come in with the hype that he was coming in with. So, yeah, he's going to get an opportunity to play over there, and we're going to continue to watch our guy, Michael Harris, NL Rookie of the Year. I'm calling it. Let's go. Go ahead and give it to him, and, and see and enjoy, that combination, that's that main staple in the center field. But coming up next, though, we're about to take a trip up to 85 North, headed to Charlotte to try to see what's going on with the Carolina Panthers. They just traded for Baker Mayfield. Yes. But does that even really matter as far as what is the end result in the NFC South? We'll ask our main man, part of Locked On Panthers, Julian Council, next, right here on Locked On Sports Atlanta.